I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
Hello collectors, and welcome to the Discount Action Figure Dude. I am your host, Christopher. And today we are going to take a look at the miserable failure that was the Hasbro Starting Lineup. Why did it fail? So many reasons we can look at. But the obvious reason would be price point. These things, this, I believe, Trae and his buddies, started at $49.99. This basketball, $44.99. At $51.99 at Big Bad Toy Store. And then, throw in $4 shipping and then tax. Now we're talking $60 for an entry point to have Trae Young or Luka Doncic or Joel Embiid. Now, I'm thinking, yeah, $50 entry. That's pretty high. And plus, if you want this, now we're talking $100 for an NBA star and a stand to put our NBA star on. I'm thinking that if I were starting this, and not that there's anything wrong with Trae or Joel, mind you, or Luka, they're all great basketball players, obviously. But they also have Steph and Giannis and LeBron, which at Ollie's, they aren't there because they're very recognizable. Giannis not as much as Steph and LeBron, but he's getting there. Whereas if I was to show an average person a picture of Trae or Joel Embiid or Jason Tatum or Luka, an average person would be asking me who the hell is that, because they probably don't follow the game that closely. I'm thinking for the price point that they were offering, yeah, I would, and again, no disrespect to Trae, but I probably would go with Legends. Sure, I'll keep LeBron and Steph, even Giannis. But then I'm gonna throw in some Larry, some Magic, some Neek, some Michael, some Kobe, some Dream, some Ice, some Pistol. We're talking I did say Jay, right? Kareem, Wilt, Big Bill. We're talking legends. If you recognize those names I just threw out there, you're probably Shaq. Sorry, Shaq. We'll throw you in there too. I don't want to leave out any of the legends, which would probably have more appeal again to an older crowd who has disposable income. Again, even an older person who's an old school NBA fan with disposable income will be hard pressed to pay $50 plus $44 for a Dr. J, but he'd be more inclined to pay close to $100 for a Dr. J setup than a Trae Young or a Joel Embiid setup. I'm thinking. I'm no businessman, so these are just the rantings of a crazed lunatics. Take it with a grain of salt, please. But I suppose we should cut Trae open, huh? What do you say? And here goes Trae Young out the box, looking pretty good actually. I know they don't have all of his ink on him, which is probably by, I don't know, make it family friendly. Hell if I know why. Not $50. Yeah, he could have threw his tattoos on there, and all of his accessories, which include his stand, and of course, which I believe is the NFT that this thing came with. I don't know if the NFT is still honored. I'm not really hip to the whole NFT game, and this is the basketball rim, which we will just angle up slightly so you can take a look at it, which looks damn good. You know what I'm saying? Looks good. And yeah, nobody's complaining about that. This is what $100 gets you. Now, or $10, depending on what era you bought this in. For disclosure's sake, we got this guy from Ollie's for $7.99. We should mention that we did see some of these at TJ Maxx for $12.99. And I apologize, but that was a little bit too rich for my blood. Now this is from the same guy who just spent over $200 on a Mezco Fantastic Four, which we talked about. But there's obviously that meant more. And the rim cost $3.99. So that's $12. So, that, my friends, is some value. But let's say we take a closer look at Trae Young. And here goes Trae standing under the rim, which seems about right, maybe a little tall, the rim. Because one of the reasons I picked Trae, I got three others. I got Luka, Embiid, and Tatum. Is that me and Trae are the same height, so we're both 6'1". Yeah, he looks like he's 5 feet tall out there, but that's because he's 6'1". He's a 6'1" NBA player. He's tall in real life though, but yeah, in NBA rules, he's tiny. Yeah, it looks like, because I think for a 6'1" guy, as I can attest, if I do this when I stand under the rim, I can pretty much touch the net. So this might be a little tall. So. But nonetheless, it looks good. And one of the complaints I had heard about this is the likeness to the players. And this isn't a terrible rendition of Trae Young. They have the actual picture of him right here. And that's not awful. That looks good to me, It's not spot on, but it's close enough. Again, if you were to show me this, and just, not just the head, if I saw the number 11 in the Atlanta jersey, I would know it was Trae Young. We just pulled the head and said, hey, Chris, who is this? Chances are I wouldn't know who the heck that was, but it looks close enough. And of course, we have our starting lineup trading card NFT thingy. Should I open it, or should I keep it in mint on box? We're opening it. Because, if I want another one, I can just go buy another one. And here goes that. It's got some Trae Young stats on it. And nice little image of Mr. Young. Yeah. So, okay. And the figure itself is very well articulated. He could do the splits. He's a basketball player, for goodness sakes. He's a point guard, for goodness sakes. Yeah, he can do all the things that a point guard should be able to do. Finger roll. I can see myself actually having some fun with these. Yes. And I realize this is a miserable failure of a product. Just miserable. This was a disaster for Hasbro and everybody else involved. I like this. Trae. I like this. This is pretty nice. I guess for my $50, I think I would prefer if they had sculpted Trae's armband as opposed to painting it on. Probably the same with his legs. But for the most part, I don't have a problem with this at all for $7.99. Oh, I got all kinds of problems with it for $50. But for $7.99, yeah, this is on point. And then throw in $4 for this rather nice basketball court acrylic backboard. Oh, yeah, this This is value personified. You know, we're sad that the product failed. We don't want products to fail. Products, for us to continue collecting, have to succeed on some level. Otherwise, products go away. I probably would have suggested, if they let me in the room, to the starting lineup team, is to, if they're not going to do NBA legends, then start with the NFL and quarterbacks. Because you'd have to be an NBA fan is still kind of nichey, just a little bit, especially for someone like Trae Young. But if you were to start with the NFL and say you had Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar, Joe Burrow, throw in me some Jared Goff, who else? Give me 2 more quarterbacks that we can add to make 7 that people will go ahead and buy these things. Give me some Brock Purdy. Give me some Jalen Hurts. Now we have a nice collection of quarterbacks. They're regional. People might be able to cough up $50 for those. They're all recognizable. Almost all of them have commercials, except maybe Brock Purdy, but he'll be having them soon. As you know, she's Trae. Trae's cool, you know. But anyway, what kind of value do we assign this starting lineup, Trae Young and the basketball court? Oh my goodness. You know, the only thing that keeps it from being a raw dog value is this is something that I really didn't really want, but still, for the price that I paid for it and for the things that I got, this is a damn good value. Damn good value.